What's happening, guys? Lord Beardo here with the Lavaloonian attack. This is such a fun raid for Town Hall 11. I guess everybody in my clan is kind of now messing around with it. So once I get some more footage of Town Hall 10 stuff, we'll see how it fares for them. But Town Hall 11 works out so well, and I love the raid because it's so fast. Like, it's 2 minutes long max. Totally takes care of a base. Pretty easy to use. It's pretty spammy. You do have to get used to using the haste spells. You kind of want to put the haste spells in key spots. It's not one of those raids where it's like systematic, where I feel like you drop your troops down and then you put your spells down in a certain, way every time. For the most part, like a lot of raids will be that way. You put spells down in certain form, but in this raid, you really gotta kind of just go by the seat of your pants. I don't really know how else to explain it. It's fun to just try. The good thing about this raid is if you do come up short and you're not getting your spells off, you usually do 1 star no matter what, and that's key when you're trying to push up in the Legends League or high in the Titans League or trying to make big loot raids, because you don't really want to fail ever when you're playing this game, but it does happen. I don't think I've actually failed with the Lavaloonian yet. A variation of it where I was making it a little bit more complicated. This one is just stack up your loons, push them all through like one huge wave, and then overwhelm with spells. This is one of my first tries with it, and this is kind of a cool, interesting way of taking it too. You don't always have to do it in a straight line. You could do it from the corners like this, and I would just say that you want to make sure that you put a good amount of balloons like spread evenly. If you get your balloons bulked up, then you're really in trouble. You always drop the freeze spell in the middle, and then the clone spell in the middle is so important. You got to get that clone spell down. Use the warden ability around as many balloons as possible. And then I haven't quite figured out the best thing to do with my heroes in the end of the raid. So what I've been doing is just kind of shooting them in at one side or the other, depending on if there's key defenses on the outside or how quickly they can get into take out some air defenses. Here you see they don't really do anything on the outside, and the balloon raid is strong enough to actually take the whole base down. This is a very advanced Town Hall 11. It's one of our best players in our clan, and we just got a really good just practicing with this over the last war, and we're just pushing with it, man. You gotta get out there. If you're Town Hall 11 and you like raiding with fun air raids, you haven't did it in a while, either or, just go and make this raid happen. You just use 2 Lavaloonians, 2 Lava Hounds, 28 balloons, and 20 minions, 1 clone spell, 1 raid spell, 3 haste spells, and always bring in your clan castle a poison spell just in case things get a little crazy. The best way to defend against this raid, I think, is to go ahead and put your your expos up. If you're getting a lot of people who are coming in with the Lavaloonian, go ahead, put your expos up in the air. You see this guy, he has his expos up in the air, and you're still able to accomplish so much with this raid. But in order to stop this, you want to place your air sweepers in good directions and go ahead and put your expos up in the sky. That'll take down the warden and any guys who are floating by, like the minions and things like that, which are so important to take down for the defense. But let's not give our secrets away too much defensively, because offensively we want to stomp with this. This is a 1,000,000 hit base, 4,000 dark, not that many trophies, but you want it. This is a good example of this side too, because you go ahead and do it in a straight line. And I feel like I'm almost getting winded in this video because the raids are so quick. I feel like I'm trying to keep up with the raids, but watch how evenly the balloons were distributed, and they go across the base perfectly, almost in 3 separate army types, and that'll be the best way on the ring bases to make sure that you get inside. One thing that does happen a lot with the 1 stars with these raids is you take out like 85% of the defenses, but you have nothing left to take down the clan or the town hall rather. So one thing I'm thinking is maybe bringing in a clan castle full of miners, and that would be cool. Go ahead, sweep through 80% of the base, 70% of the base, and then float in one little clan castle full of miners. So I'm going to give that a try in war when I'm trying to lock up like a real big 2-star raid. The 3-star for the Town Hall 11s I feel like are going to come more in the future once people get all their heroes up to 45, and then we can all mess around with our higher ranked heroes. I keep getting my heroes caught on the outside. I should just bring like at least 2 or 3 wall breakers. I guess I'll probably start trying to mess around a little bit more with this and get in some stronger raids. This is going to be really close. My queen gets as much of the dark elixir as she can. I was able to get the town hall, so got the 2-star here. But like I said, this raid still has some quirks to work out in it. Kind of messing around with some new ways of getting my heroes inside the base. But if you guys know some sweet tips, man, drop them down in the comments. Let me know. I want to hear how you guys are rocking in Town Hall 11. I don't know if some of you guys out there are 11s. So if you got any info on how you're doing your loot raids, that's pretty cool. I'd like to check that out. This is a war that we had against Dubtown. And, you know, when you're fighting in war as a Town Hall 11, one of the key goals that we have in Loot Nation is to move down into 10 and lock up the 3 stars in war. That always brings pretty much good victories for us. So I had to drop into the 2 spot and go ahead and take down Sunny. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to play. I see that the back half of this base is wide open for the air defenses, so I know that my heroes don't have to go through any walls. So it was just about determining what air defense my heroes needed to go to, because 3 of them were wide open. So on the bottom, I knew there was a lot of archer towers and things, so I'm going to put in my lava hounds right in at one air defense and then try to get my heroes to the other one up top, and hopefully just kind of circle the entire base. So it ends up working out pretty well. We put the balloons in a good line. We're moving our warden through the bottom. You always want to make sure that you save his ability for as long as possible. Now the dragon comes out of the clan castle. This is something that we've been dealing with a lot in war, is dragons coming out of clan castles. And it's not so hard when your minions stay alive, but if big groups of your minions get taken out by air mines and all that stuff, then it begins to be a hard raid to clean up the town hall, and you end up having to like have your heroes go get it towards the end of the raid, which is crazy. So we have a little bit of emergencies going down in this raid right now. We got our balloons sweeping from the left. We got our queen's ability left. We have air sweepers pushing everything all around. My queen goes ahead, takes down the clan castle, takes down the air defense, mortar real quick. Queen is making quick work. She's going to move over and start helping out with those loons to push them across to get to the rest of the defenses. Our warden's still up. No ability is left, but we are closing in on the last couple defenses. And the great part about this army type is that it destroys the base so quickly after all the key defenses are done. So you're really just focusing on key defenses, key spots of the base to put your heroes in, taking down the defenses, and then the actual loons will just clean up the end of the raid pretty easily, pretty fast. It's not too slow, and that's what's fun about it. If you guys are having a little trouble with the ground and pound game and the complications of all the bases, when you go through air, you no longer have to worry about the walls at all. You're just looking at the defensive structures of the base, and you just kind of like pick the base apart differently, and it works out a lot better. It just, when there's a base that is so set up to be attacked by air, whoever can hit air well will just shine in war, and it works out pretty well. So we're going to be messing around with our air raids, and there are a lot of clans out there and a lot of guys out there who can smash with the airs already, and I think that's pretty crazy because that was like a hidden art back in, 2 years ago. If you were hitting with air raids, like there was no one hitting with air raids. So it's pretty cool that it's becoming so impressive and important now, and they just look so cool. The balloons have such a cool look to them. They got the huge skeleton heads on the top. In this raid here, you'll see that my balloons split up a little bit differently. I don't have that same internal structure coming through with a big mass amount of balloons. So when you put the clone down, you get a whole mess of balloons, and it's really good. So the clone spell is definitely something that I underestimated at first in this raid, and it ends up being so crucial in this particular raid. All the balloons got in the middle when I cloned them. The minions are all behind. I got a level that I can put my minions up one more. I got so many levels to do on my haste spells. My air raids were kind of lacking for a while. I really went the ground approach. I loved when the miners were so impressive. That was what kind of first made me push up to legends. And then when the bowler phase was going crazy before this update, it was like whoever was good at bowlers was the one who was in top legends. So now this air raid gives everybody a lot more freedom to just get higher and based off the ring basis. So it's fun. I'm real pumped about the air raids. And again, man, let me know if you guys are out there doing air raids. Let me know who is enjoying it. We've got a whole new group of kids who came through our clan, and they've all been running air raids. So it's kind of fun to see the mixture between the two. 5,000 dark with 17 trophies in Legends League. That's what I'm talking about. Trying to push up. Thanks for hanging out tonight, guys. We'll be talking to you soon. Peace.